Back in 2021, I found myself in the unfortunate position of hating my job. If you're in this place right now, you know how it feels to wake up in the morning with a sense of dread, knowing you have to spend that day committed to something you just don't believe in. If you're watching this video, chances are you've already realised that you need to make a change, and this realisation is the first step towards making improvements. I'm out in the beauty of this forest park in North Norfolk today to share some of my experiences in the hope that it can help you to make the first steps. My first piece of advice is to make a small change first. In this internet age of polarised opinions, it can sometimes feel like the only way to be happy is to get out the rat race, man, stop selling your time for money, have a billion-dollar idea and become the internet's next overnight success story. And although with a lot of hard work and determination, I believe that anyone can achieve their goals, in the first instance, most of us are looking for more attainable change. So what did I do to improve my situation? Well, for me as a healthcare worker, I took a sidestep out of the hospital environment and into community healthcare. I stepped away from treating the sick and injured in hospital and focused on keeping people well in their own homes. And as a result, I found a much deeper level of reward. I didn't quit or do something completely different, but this small change was enough to stimulate some renewed passion for my work, and it reminded me what drew me to healthcare in the first place. I remember speaking to a friend about the decision to make this change and expressed concern that, well, what if it's worse than what I'm doing now? And I think he said it best. Whether you love it or whether you hate it, you're bound to gain valuable knowledge and skills from the experience. And ultimately, what do you really have to lose other than becoming a more well-rounded person? So maybe it's time that you sidestepped into a different department or, applied for that promotion. You don't have to quit or take the nuclear option to make lasting and meaningful change that can transform your enjoyment of your job. My next piece of advice is to monetize your hobbies. Now, if variation in your current job isn't enough to stimulate renewed passion for your work, maybe you're sitting on a hobby which could be a goldmine that pay the bills in the future. And in today's connected world, it's never been easier to monetize your knowledge and enthusiasm with something you're passionate about with like-minded people on the internet. For me, I've always loved using a camera, so I decided to take that to the next step. I initially started making videos about rollerblading on YouTube. Now, that led me to take the filmmaking skills that I'd learned and apply that to filming weddings. This is a direction that I never originally anticipated, but the point I'm trying to make is that you never know where taking that hobby to the next step will lead you. It could be something really unexpected and really enjoyable. I think this is about take 7, trying to stop in the point of the shot which is symmetrical and not walk too far out of the scene, but we learn from the process. So if you don't already have a hobby, then start one. And if you're already enthusiastic about something, consider how you could take it to the next level, whether it's listing that product on Facebook Marketplace or picking up a camera and sharing your passion with others through video. I also want to discuss how your mental well-being can affect your perception of work. Now, when I hit rock bottom in terms of enjoyment of my job back in 2022, I was exhausted. I just worked full-time for the health service through the global pandemic while learning to be a father to 2 young children. I was stressed and I was burnt out. I think this was definitely a contributing factor towards my negative attitude towards work, and I can't help but think that really I was projecting a lot of the issues in my personal life into the job, and I was blaming my work for everything else that was going wrong in my life. With hindsight, although I can see there definitely were legitimate issues with that job at the time, I think now I can see that my mindset was just as much of a contributing factor as the work itself. So what did I do about it? Well, once I realised that I had a problem, I decided to have some counselling, or therapy for anyone watching on the other side of the Atlantic. Therapy helped me to realise that I got stuck in cycles of negative thinking and I was failing to see the positives in anything else that I was doing. I also found it incredibly helpful to be able to vent to someone who wasn't emotionally involved in my life. So if being stuck in cycles of negative thinking sounds like you, I definitely recommend having some therapy alongside any other changes you decide to make. I hope this video has helped you to go forward and make some improvements in your own life. Try something different in terms of your work, monetize a hobby or start a new one, and of course, look after your mental well-being. I'm Chris Chadwick. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.